Welcome back to Runescape, and in today's video we're going to be doing a short review on the expensive spices necklace. This is a necklace that I've had in my inventory whenever I use a yak on stream. I usually have it in my inventory anyway, and it's quite a common, frequently asked question within the Twitch chat of, dude, what necklace have you got in your inventory? And I always explain what it's about. So I've decided to make a video on it in a short review. In order to obtain this necklace, you want to speak to Niels Newton in Tavaly. This is an entry-level quest when you actually start the game and you complete the Ashdale tutorial. So it's something that you obtain very easily and pretty much when you first begin the game. However, it's an item that a lot of people have forgot about, and yeah, even I forgot about it. And it's really useful when using a yak. Why? Because the necklace, when it's just in your inventory, you do not need to wear it. It will heal an extra 50 life points when you eat a piece of food. So you get an extra 50 life points out of every single piece of food that you eat, and that really does stack up, like I said, if using a yak, because it does take up an inventory space. So anyway, that's pretty much what the necklace does. It doesn't have to be an in-depth review, but I will show you exactly the effects of it and the extra 50 life points in effect. Pretty certain it does not work with potions because they do not count as food, as like a piece of food. So it works on sharks, rocktails, and summer pies, for example. And what's really cool about this necklace links back to the name of the quest where you originally obtained it from, which is Let Them Eat Pie. Because when you actually eat a pie such as the summer pie, which are very effective on path 3 araxxor, you'll actually heal an additional 100 life points because you get 50 extra life points per bite, and to eat a whole pie it takes 2 bites. Now yes, you reduce your adrenaline. I'm not saying go and use pies everywhere, you know, don't obsess about pies. But on path 3 araxxor, it's very useful because when you go out of combat, you can keep your adren up very high just by using defensives, and when you eat, it does not reduce your adrenaline, and that's in path 3 araxxor. So I decided to go to the dummies in Lumbridge, use onslaught just to get my life points down. Eating a normal rocktail will heal you 2,300 life points. Decided to whip out my yak for you guys, and by the way, this is on an XD and it looks absolutely awesome in terms of the game in general. So I built my way back up to onslaught again, used my onslaught, low health. As you can see, it's 2,050 for a shark, and a summer pie obviously heals as well, more than a rocktail overall. However, one thing to note with a summer pie, when you double eat it, because you have to eat it twice, you can eat it very, very quickly, but like I said, it does take away adren. So you only really want to be using like summer pies in places where you don't really need your adren, or in path 3 araxxor, when you go out of combat, you keep your adren. It's pretty cool. So anyway, that's the expensive spices necklace. Make sure to go and check it out yourselves if you want to use it, and just make your food intake more effective. So yeah, it might save you in certain situations when learning a boss. And yes, people say that it's not worth it in some instances because you have to eat a heck of a lot of rocktails to actually make up for just eating another rocktail in replacement of the necklace. But it's not really about that. But when you go to boss fights, you're not going to eat all of your rocktails in your yak and your inventory, but you might eat some of them in your yak, and thus it becoming useful overall because of the adrenaline save. If you think about it, when you're getting those life points up and you're managing your DPS, essentially deciding on whether you're going to heal up and at the cost of your adrenaline, or don't heal up and risk your life points a little bit in order to whip out a threshold. Also, whilst we're talking about food intake and different things like that, what came to mind is rocktails, for example, and maybe you're a mid to low level player. You know, it's only worth utilizing rocktails, for example, for healing if you're a minimum constitution level of level 92 and above. That's when you're going to receive the optimal amount of life points intake whilst eating a rocktail. So consider that as well when considering what food to buy from the Grand Exchange, or what food to fish if you're an Iron Man and things like that. Also, the good thing about a rocktail, though, it boosts your life points for 10% over your maximum life points, and that comes in very useful when PVMing as well. Before you go into a fight, for example, Virago, you might want to boost your life points up in order to get into the fight, or before you start, let's say, a next solo, or whatever fight you're going into, it's worth bonfiring beforehand, so 5 magic logs or elder logs, for example, and getting that bonfire boost out. And then when you get that bonfire boost, eat a rocktail or a rocktail soup. Again, rocktail soup, you need, I think, level 95 constitution to receive the optimal amount of life points from a rocktail soup. So if you eat those types of food, they will boost your life points for a percentage above your max LP. And that comes in very, very useful when starting out a boss fight and that bonfire boost will maintain for quite a lengthy period of time. And it's surprising how useful it can be, because when you're resonancing hits, for example, if you're playing a tank role, you're going to heal a lot more, and you've got more capability of healing more from a resonance, and therefore just overall having less food intake across the fight and being able to tank higher damage. For example, maybe you're doing Virago green bomb and you're in phase 4 and everyone is individually tanking that green bomb, which hits you a 10k. If you have that additional LP with the bonfire boost, that might save you in a situation where you accidentally get a blue bomb, for example. Which can happen. Thank you guys for listening. I'm going to be doing some solo PVM over on Twitch today, and I'll see you all on the next video.